Mike Moore Media, the first place to hear Rockingham County news and information.
On our media line today, Jill Weston, City of Reidsville, Market Square, and Main Street Manager. Hey, Jill, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Good morning.
It looks like it's going to be a busy year, too. Lots of projects you want to tell us about, so let's get started.
Yeah, we know that it's COVID time, but that doesn't mean we're slowing down here in Reidsville. We have the Project Dream, which was started fairly recently, which was with the whole point of that program was to try to get more interesting things downtown to look at when you walk around. And what DREAM stands for is Downtown Reidsville Empowering Art Movement. And there's been several things that have already happened, like the greetings mural you can see on the side of the wall, decorating fire hydrants, planter boxes, things like that. I mean, if people haven't been downtown in a while, they need to come down and walk around, drive around, and see what's happening.
Yeah.
We have some really great new projects coming up very soon, and one I really want to focus on today is called The Block, which was a street in an area, back in the day, so to speak, that had a lot of African-American, it was all African-American businesses, and that's who it really catered to. And that area no longer exists. It's kind of where the Pelham Transportation, right on MLK Boulevard there, where all their little vans are set up.
Mm-hmm.
There's a strip right in front of that. We're going to put this beautiful mural. It's going to be 6 panels, and we met yesterday and really trying to capture that time. And it's really difficult because it went on for several decades.
Wow.
Yeah, and so what we've decided to do is make each panel kind of depict a special time. And so, for example, we're going to do a streetscape on one, and the Apollo Theater and the types of entertainers that were there, like Tina Turner and so forth, and like the Shoe Shine and the Yellow Flash Cab, the barber shop and beauty shop, and the ever infamous Chicken Shack.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have a couple of ladies that on our committee that remember those times, and especially their parents, and they've been really helpful in getting us photos and looking up history, and it's been a really fun project.
It's so nice those memories will be captured in that visual for generations.
Right, and this is the thing, like even they don't know some of the history, so I'm really glad that we have these two ladies, and we've been able to, go to the library and search some of it, because, as people die off, you lose the stories,
yeah.
and you lose the memories, and so it's going to be really a great thing for people to view for years to come.
And that's starting now?
That we've already raised all the funds for that project. We have an artist, and he's actually going to start painting on that very soon. So we hope to have that installed in the springtime. So that's really exciting, coming very soon.
It certainly is. Well, that's great to hear that. Thanks for the update on The Block.
Yeah, and the next one I'd like to talk about is called Patriot Park, and this is a really neat project that actually is a nonprofit organization called Foundation Forward, and they have been instrumental in placing these historic documents. They're trying to get it in every city in North Carolina. And what the documents are part of the original Charters of Freedom. So it will include the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and in our case, we're going to add a 4th document, something on the civil rights movement. We're not quite sure yet what we're going to be putting there, but we really want that to be a part of it. And that's going to be located kind of behind the library in the grassy area there.
Mm-hmm.
We are currently in the fundraising process, and we really need the community to jump on board and, again, involved in this project. And it's just something that'll be great for the school kids to come see. It's a part of all of our history. And I think it's really great that this organization wants these in all the cities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need that, certainly. And what a beautiful area to put that in, too.
Yeah, it's going to be really a great addition to our downtown. Like I said, we've got, more traditional type art. We're going to have these historical pieces. I think in a few years, there's really going to be a lot to do in our downtown.
Mm-hmm. It just gets better and better, doesn't it, Jill?
It does.
Yeah.
And so if anybody's interested in that, of course, we're going to have information on our website, and we've got brochures on that Patriot Park. And like I said, we've just started the fundraising efforts for that program.
Mm-hmm. Well, good luck on that one. That's great.
Yeah, thank you. Another one that's coming along is we're doing a 9/11 memorial. And there's an artist, Jim DeLucci. He actually went to New York when, I don't know how he found out about this, but they were actually auctioning off or giving away. I'm not sure if he purchased them or how he acquired them, but actual pieces of metal from the site. And he is going to create, and it's absolutely beautiful. I can't even really describe how this thing looks, with the pieces of metal and silhouettes of firefighters, and it's a beautiful thing that he's building, and it's such a tribute to our first responders. We've lost so many of them during that, and we're so fortunate to have him that he's going to do this memorial here in Reidsville, and it's going to be located on Scale Street by the fire department.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just it's a kind of a real moving piece that affected all of us, and like I said, we want to carry that history on. So we feel very fortunate to have that, and he's doing that. He's not charging us for that.
Oh, how nice.
So it's really, that's going to be a lovely project.
And that'll be in place, some time on that, that'll be in place by 9/11, I guess.
Hopefully, yes, I think so by then.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's so neat that you find talented artists and people that bring all of this together and make it happen.
Yeah, and we have been so fortunate. We really are trying to keep the projects that we do as much as possible to local artists, and if not local, at least they're in North Carolina, and there's so much talent out there. We put the information out there when we're searching for these artists, and it's phenomenal, the talent that's out there. I mean, if you haven't been downtown to see like that greetings mural, I mean, it's amazing. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of talent right here in Reidsville and Rockingham County and in North Carolina.
Certainly do. And those visuals and the public art, it just adds so much to the downtown area.
It does. And, even if you don't think of yourself as an artsy kind of person, it might expose you to something you wouldn't ordinarily have. Maybe you wouldn't go to an art museum, but you'll walk downtown and see the benefit and what it brings to the community.
Yeah. And it's almost a subliminal thing. It's there, and we see it and don't realize how special that is, and think, oh, well, that is really neat. And
it really dresses up, a side of a building that's just a side of a building.
Yeah, or a trash can.
Or a trash can, or,
a fire hydrant. Yeah.
Exactly. Our fire hydrant project was great. I mean, a fire hydrant is a fire hydrant. Well, now they all have uniqueness, and the people that decorated them, they can drive down the street and hey, I decorated that one. And
sure.
It's a great way to get the community involved.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Okay, well, thank you for telling us about those wonderful projects that are on schedule. Anything else we need to mention, Jill?
Yeah, so we have, there used to be a depot here many years ago, and I think to commemorate that depot, we're going to actually build a shelter that looks like a depot. It won't actually be one, but just as a memory of what once was, and that's going to be located behind the Pelham Transportation and the big, beautiful grassy area there on North Scale Street. And that'll be a gathering place, with tables, picnic tables and such, another area that the community can come in and enjoy the outdoors. And so that'll be a really nice addition to that area.
Oh, yeah. And I know you have the virtual town meeting next Tuesday, I believe, on that project.
We have the virtual town meeting, yes. So
next Thursday. I'm sorry, I said Tuesday. Thursday the 4th.
Yeah. Thursday at 6 p.m. We're having, it's called the Depot District, the railroad tracks, the other side where it's pretty industrial right now. A lot of the buildings are vacant. We are going to completely revitalize that area. We've hired a great design firm that they have wonderful ideas. I mean, they came in and said, we've got 10 ideas for your area. I mean, not even knowing anything about our community. They're very creative. But the thing about this is we really want the community's involvement. And, what do you foresee? We want that to be the new up-and-coming area with with living space, entertainment, restaurants, a nice place to stroll. Just kind of that would be like the next big area that we think will attract people to Reidsville. So please mark your calendar. Look at our Facebook pages, website. We'll have information on that Depot District Forum at 6 p.m. on Thursday,
February 4th, yeah. And I think that beautiful old National Guard Armory is in that area too, isn't it?
It is. That's a great building, the old electric building. That's going to be some apartment buildings and condos. And a lot of those buildings over there, I mean, you can do a whole lot with them. And we're trying to look at mixed use, making it eclectic, appealing to families, single people, retired people, really make it a good mix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, in municipalities all over the state and other places, buildings that were there are now gone. I think I really get excited, and I know you do too, when you can take those older buildings and make them new again.
The good thing is that, there's the historic preservation, and we really don't want to tear down buildings. I mean, it used to kind of be just a commonplace, just knock it down and put something new up. And we really try to avoid that now and keep the history. And a lot of those, are structural. I mean, they're built really solid.
Sure.
And if we can take that and turn it into something with the exposed walls inside a new restaurant, I mean, it's really great what's going on around in, like Greensboro, Burlington. They've redone these old mills and made them livable space. It's really wonderful to have those buildings still there and being able to just redesign how we use them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. Well, wonderful projects, Jill, and we've got about maybe a minute and a half left to wrap up.
Yeah, I just want to tell everybody, we had a 2-day board retreat for our Reidsville Downtown Corporation. And if you all do not realize, we have a board of volunteers that give their time and dedication to all these projects like Project Dream, and working on revitalizing buildings and doing all kinds of things. And we are so grateful to that group of people. And if you're interested, we've got committees to volunteer for. If your passion is downtown Burlington, please reach out to me, Jill Weston. You can call City Hall, and they'll direct you to me. And we'd love to have, more community involvement.
Mm-hmm. Yep, good things happening in downtown Reidsville, that's for sure. Okay. How do we get in touch with you, Jill?
Yes, you can reach me at 336-349-1111.
It's a good number.
Is it easy? Isn't it a great number?
I wish I had that number, 349-1111. Okay. Jill, always a pleasure to talk to you, and I get so hyped up when you're talking about all of these wonderful things happening in Reidsville and making things happen for all of us to enjoy. And look forward to talking to you next month.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you, too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Jill Weston on this edition of our Rise Up Reidsville podcast. She is City of Reidsville Market Square and Main Street manager. Get more information at riseupresville.com. And if you'd like to get involved, here's that number again, Jill's direct number, 336-349-1111.